It is up, it is back, it is gone, Marge!
See ya! Grand slam!
And it's gone!
Look at this, he got him.
They did it again!
Reign reborn, reigns again!
This portion of Across the Association is brought to you by Rawlings. Rawlings is the official baseball of the American Association. Well, this is Across the Association. Hey everyone, I'm Alex Bastiavansky. So great to have you on board for this week's program. And you know, Jabari Henry of the Sioux Falls Canaries has always been a fan favorite across the league. And that's even more the case now after winning the MVP award at the All-Star game recently. But in Sioux Falls, Jabari is a beloved figure, star player, as well as a coach on the Canaries. And on the show today, we take a closer look at his life and baseball career.
He plays this game, you know, like we're still kids. And it's infectious. And guys like to be around him and they like to be teammates with him.
Jabari's more of a power guy, really cerebral at the plate, can make adjustments very quickly.
Henry stinks it high in the air, deep to left center field, at the wall, and that's gone! Bon voyage! Jabari Henry puts the West...
You know, I think he's one of the most, popular players in the American Association, if not the most popular player in the American Association. He's just a good person.
Once I'm in a game, lights on, fans are out there, now it's time to have fun and play like a little kid.
Where you want me to find that?
In Sioux Falls, Jabari Henry is the man.
Jabari drives this one to deep left field. Going back, looking up, that's gone. Touch 'em all, Jabari Henry. A solo homer, Jabari's 23rd long ball this season, RBI number 62, and Sioux Falls strikes first.
Jabari's love of baseball started early, back in his hometown of Orlando, Florida. Athletics, to put it mildly, were a big deal in the Henry household.
I started playing baseball when I was in first grade. I really didn't know anything about baseball. I played basketball all my life because that's what my dad did. He played in the NBA and over in France, and my mom's in the Hall of Fame at her college for basketball. So I always did both basketball and baseball. And then my sophomore, junior year, I was on varsity basketball, but I knew baseball was going to take me further than basketball. So I just stuck with baseball and it got me here so far. So I'm happy about that.
Go boy! Go boy! Yes! Yes!
With his natural ability and dedication to the game, Henry was drafted straight out of Windermere High School by the Texas Rangers, but he'd earned himself a scholarship to Florida International University and elected to go to school.
The time at FIU was a little different. I'm from Orlando, went down to Miami, and the first thing I saw was this big old jack guy, and I was like, who is this? And I realized he was a player, and I was like, wow, I'm the skinny guy, not gonna be able to play, but after a little bit of adjusting to the speed of the game and the culture in Miami, I started liking it. And then the 3 years I was there, it was amazing, especially my sophomore year where we were ranked 14th in the nation. I had a lot of hard times because I never struggled before, and that was the first time I ever struggled. And so I had to learn how to get out of that without family or anybody there. So it was interesting, but it got me stronger mentally and physically, so I'm happy.
3 solid seasons at FIU led to Henry being drafted once again, this time by the Seattle Mariners in 2012. His last stop in affiliate ball was with the AA Arkansas Travelers of the Los Angeles Angels organization. But then fate and a friend brought him to Sioux Falls in 2017.
So how I got to Sioux Falls was in 2016, my contract was up, and I had a guy that I knew, I played with Seattle Mariners, Burt Reynolds. He's Robinson Cano's cousin, and he always called me and was like, hey, you should play for Sioux Falls. I'm like, I don't know. He goes, let me give you the number to Mike, and then Mike talked to me, and they got me here, and I was like, all right, I'll just do 1 year. It ended up being the most fun I had playing baseball in my career. Now I'm still here for, I think this is my 6th season, 5th season here, so it's been a great time.
Hit a long way down the right field line. Martin back, if that's fair, that's gone. It is. Touch 'em all, Jabari Henry.
Canaries manager Mike Meyer immediately recognized the unique tools that Henry possessed.
I think the biggest thing that was different about him was he wasn't the traditional flailing away, swinging hard, trying to hit home runs. It was really controlled. He had solid at-bats. He didn't swing out of the zone very often, but yet was still able to hit with launch angle and power for the full season, which is kind of the total package. Just having that little bit of maturity, I think, makes him one of the most dangerous hitters in our league, and he's been that way, for many years now.
Henry had a monster year in 2017, leading the league with 29 home runs. Still, the talent level in the American Association was a shock to him.
I thought it was going to be like rookie ball of the minor league, so I was like, all right, this league's going to be easy. So I came in here, really awakened that people that I knew that I played against that were probably one of the top prospects were in this league. So after I saw a couple of guys, I was like, okay, this league is really good. And now each year I feel like it's getting better and better. Now we're having World Series champs here. Matt Adams, he's a great guy. And this thing is getting bigger and bigger, and I love it.
Now in his 5th season with Sioux Falls, Henry is a leader for the Canaries, both on and off the field.
You gotta use your hands, that's your body. I feel like my role on this team is to help the hitters out with whatever it is, if it's mental, physical. Pretty much I'm the more mental guy that doesn't really like to change up people's swings because they do what they do on the off season. So I like to focus more on the mental, being on time, because if you're not on time, you can't do anything that you want to do.
Having a veteran presence like that's wants the younger guys to do great and be great and become the best version of themselves, that's a big bonus to have from your veteran leadership. Jabari's fun to be around in the clubhouse. He's always laughing and he's loud. He likes to play his music loud, and but he's usually either in the middle of some card game or he's on the ping pong table challenging somebody. He's all about having fun, because this game can be mentally draining. It can beat you up pretty quickly. We fail so often in this game that you got to try to keep it loose, and it's nice having Jabari in the clubhouse to kind of make the atmosphere fun, and guys look forward to getting to the clubhouse or getting to the field to do their work and and have some fun in between. He plays this game like we're still kids. And it's infectious, and guys like to be around them, and they like to be teammates with them, and you can see, and it keeps us loose in the dugout and in the clubhouse, especially when we're going through stretches where we're not playing all that well.
My teammates are all over the place. You have the quiet ones, you have the loud ones like me, you have the jokesters, you have everything. And anything that you can think of, we have it here, and it's great being around the guys. That's why everybody comes in early, having a good time, because this is pretty much our other family away from our actual family.
The last championship Sioux Falls captured was back in 2008, but in 2020, Henry helped lead the Canaries to the American Association final against the Milwaukee Milkmen, despite missing a significant portion of the regular season due to injury. It was in the playoffs that he truly shone.
Swinging a fly ball to left field, then Jabari Henry launches a bomb. That ball almost ended up in the Milky Way drive-in parking lot out there.
And he just went off. Hit a few home runs, hit a bunch of doubles, just laying out line drives all over the field. And
2-2 is swung on, lifted down the left field line. That's high. Hits over the wall for a home run. Jabari Henry with a moonshot makes it 4-0 Canaries.
You know, and I can't really kind of showcase what type of talent he is. And we've seen it, you know, over the years. When we need big swings and Jabari comes up more times than not, he's going to get them for us. And
so in 2020, there was no restrictions in AA, so it was smaller. Competition was legit, like legit. So when we got to Milwaukee for the championship, it felt like all the hard work that we had from the trying to play in 2020 and then getting to the finals, because Sioux Falls hasn't been there in a while. It was a great experience. We came short, but I will never forget that year.
This season, Henry is putting together one of his finest campaigns to date. He's among the league leaders in multiple offensive categories and was named to the West Division team for the American Association All-Star Game in Chicago. It was there that he cemented his legacy. A second-place finish in the Home Run Derby was just the appetizer for what he had in store for the game the next night.
Henry stinks it high in the air, deep to left center field, at the wall, and that's gone! Bon voyage! Jabari Henry puts the West on top.
Put your hands together for your American Association 2022 MVP, Jabari Henry.
I really didn't think I was going to win. I thought it was Hernandez was going to win because he hit the home run, it should have been a top 10 diving catch in the outfield, and had a double, so I thought for sure he was going to win it. So after we were shaking hands, the head coach was like, "You won MVP, so you had to go over there." I was like, "What?" And so that's why I was like confused, like, I don't even know what to say. I didn't prepare for this. I didn't expect to win the All-Star game or MVP, so I was like, all right.
How emotional is it for you to be recognized for your efforts tonight?
It feels like all the hard work paid off finally, and this is going into anybody's pretty much, so I'm just happy I got it.
Oh, give me.
Now 31 years old, Henry is a beloved citizen of Sioux Falls, always making time for fans at the park or out in the community.
Thank y'all for coming. Thank you. Because it is. It's cold out here. I don't see how y'all did it.
you know, I think he's one of the most, popular players in the American Association, if not the most popular player in the American Association. And a lot of the time, fans will come up to him, and he always makes sure he takes the time. He gives them a smile. He'll say something to them. He'll try to track down a foul ball so that he can get a ball to a little girl that asked, or he just he has good interactions with our fans here. He's one of the first guys to jump up and do a player appearance in the community. He loves doing that sort of thing. He's just a good person.
Playing for the Sioux Falls Canaries, it's an amazing experience because I never thought I was going to be here for this long, and all the fans, the owners, the GMs, everybody treat me so well. And so that's why I'm always coming back, because it feels like this is a different family. I don't even know how to say the right word, but it's like a family other than my actual family. So every time I come here, I feel comfortable. I'm myself. Everybody sees it. I'm smiling, having a good time, because my favorite line, we're playing a kid's game. So I'm gonna enjoy it like I was a little kid and still doing what I love. So I'm gonna keep enjoying it until I can't anymore.
Now remains 2-2. Look to second, and Coons comes home. That's driven toward the gap in right center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Olick around third. He's going to get the go-ahead. The throw is offline. Jabari Henry. Sheesh. The Birds walk it off.
Jabari really is such a great guy, and we're thankful to him for giving us the access to provide such an in-depth story for this week's show. Anyway, that is going to wrap up ATA for this week. Just a reminder, your source for all things American Association is the league's official social media outlets. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.